Hello, hello. So, what if your thumbnails had a checklist for clicks and you haven't been following it, and that's why you're not getting clicks, views, all of those good things? So, today that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the 6 rules for high converting thumbnails and what you need to do to be able to get your thumbnails to cause people to click, improving your click-through rate, get them to watch, improving your watch time, and all of those good things. And so, I want you to think for just a moment of a gift box. So this is a present. Think like the present that might be under a Christmas tree or that someone gives you for your birthday. And the very first part of the present is it's going to be wrapped. Okay, so you've got your wrapping paper, and then there might be a bow on it. And that ribbon is going to make it pop. So typically, when you're wrapping a present, you don't use the same color on the ribbon as you would on the wrapping paper. The ribbon is going to make it have this extra like presence. It's usually like a contrasting color or a color that pops really well. Then there's usually a tag on the present, especially if you're talking about something like where multiple people might be receiving presents, like Christmas. So the tag is going to say who it's for, and that's how they know who it's for. And then the person giving the gift is usually pretty excited, especially if it's a gift that they think the other person is going to really like. And so they might have this really excited expression on their face. And then finally, and then that person is not going to say what's in the present because half of the excitement and the promise of a gift is you get to discover what it is that you are opening when you open it, right? We don't tell people in advance this is what it is. That would steal the surprise, that would steal the awesomeness of giving a gift. And then finally, the person who's receiving the gift gets it, they tear it open and they open it up, and there's a present inside. So I want you to think about your thumbnails exactly the same way as that gift, how it's wrapped, how we receive it, all of those things. And so I'm going to walk you through this. Just like the wrapping paper on the present, your thumbnail needs to be simple. We don't do all sorts of crazy things. It usually consists of just some paper, probably decorative in some way. Same thing for your thumbnail. You can have like designs on your background, but it doesn't have to be this crazy thing. If you look at the thumbnail that we have for this video that you're currently watching, it's just a plain yellow background. So just like the gift, your thumbnail needs to have the wrapping. It needs to have the background, the thing that it's sitting on. Then you want to have some contrasting colors in that thumbnail. That's like the ribbon that goes around the gift to elevate it to the next level. If you can include contrasting colors like the bright green and the orange or the dark blue and the yellow that I have in the thumbnail for this video, that's going to help it stand out more in the feed. Then, just like on the tag, you don't normally see people get a Christmas gift and put a tag that's like 10 pages long. It's usually to so and so from so and so. That's it. That's the same thing with this. You want someone to be able to instantly read and know what the point is. So for the thumbnail example on this one, it says better thumbnails, 6 rules. That's it. That's 4 words. So 7 words or less is really important so that they have fast readability and people can get the idea right away. The giver, the person who's making the video, so in this case, me, is excited to be able to help you with something, just like the gift giver when you're doing a Christmas present. And a little bit different is in the gift, you don't want to tell them what's inside. But of course, in thumbnails, we do want them to know what's inside. But we don't want to just copy the title. And the reason is because our thumbnail text is adding an extra layer to the title. The thumbnail text should be the thing that really draws them in and makes them go, ooh, I want to know. And it needs to be different than the title because that way they get more information looking at both of those pieces. And then the last thing that we talked about was the receiver finally gets the gift and they tear it open. And you have to generate that type of curiosity. Like, think when someone gives you a gift, you might shake it, might look at it, what size it is, you're thinking in your head what it might be, and then you finally tear it open. And the reason you tear it open is because you want to know what's inside. That's exactly the same thing here. If you are watching this video, it's probably because you saw the thumbnail or you just want to see what I have to say. But it specifically says better thumbnails. Don't you want to know how to have better thumbnails? Isn't that curiosity the thing that got you to click and watch this video? And so it's the same thing as opening a present. These 6 keys, these 6 rules, simplicity, contrasting colors, 7 words or less, creating emotion, don't copy the title, and curiosity gets the click. When you follow these 6 rules, your thumbnails will have a much higher click-through rate. They will draw people in. They will want to open your video like a present. So that's what you want. Now, if you're watching this video, I want you to drop a hashtag live if you're catching me live, or a hashtag replay if you're catching the replay. Also, of course, like this video. It helps me to help other people with the same things that I'm teaching you today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Elise Michelle, and we are doing 28 days of a training every single day in November of 2025, and that's where this video originates from. So if you're joining me during November of 2025, you have an opportunity to get entered in a drawing. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to look either in the chat or in the comments or the description of the video, and you're going to click the link that says giveaway. And that link looks the same every single day. When you go to the landing page, it looks the same. But every single day, it actually is giving you a new entry into the drawing. So you could have up to 28 entries into the drawing to join me for the Video Biz cohort, which is my favorite thing that I offer. And it's an opportunity for you to connect with and join us every single week to get answers to your questions, support, and accountability in growing your business. You can talk about video or about your website or about email or whatever you want in this place. And it is a place where you know every single week you have people that are supporting you as you grow your business. Okay, let me just flip over here so I can see Patricia is with us. Hi, Patricia. Good to see you. So what is our takeaway? Use these 6 rules on every single thumbnail so people instantly know what it's about and want to open it. Now, the great thing about these rules is you don't necessarily have to memorize the 6 rules. At first, you'll want to make sure you do them all, but over time, they'll just happen naturally because you know what to expect of a thumbnail. And most thumbnail creators that are any good will try and implement these rules for you. Now, tomorrow we're going to be talking a little bit more about the types of thumbnails you can use, which is different than these rules. But even when we're talking about the types of thumbnails, those 6 rules apply. So these 2 things are different pieces of the same equation to help you have a better thumbnail. So use these 6 rules on every thumbnail so people instantly know what it's about and want to open your thumbnail present, right? So what do I want you to do today? Well, first of all, go get that giveaway entry, right? We just talked about it. And then second, you want to make sure that you rebuild one thumbnail this week using all 6 rules. So go find a thumbnail that you already have that is not meeting these rules, fix it, and then put it back out there and see if it starts to do better. And that is what I have for you today. Quick reminder, I am doing these lives right now, but I am actually considering continuing to go live and answer your questions every day at the same time, 4:30 p.m. Central Time after the 28th. So if you have a question about video or about business or about Zoom or about Metricool or about anything in that realm, a certain type of maybe go high level, a certain type of software or a certain type of strategy that you would like me to cover, drop those in the comments or the chat below. I will look at them and I will make you a video. And for those of you who missed it earlier today, I actually did a video answering a question about Zoom and how to get the right style of recording when you're doing a Zoom with a screen share and possibly with another person as well. So you'll want to go check that out and take a look at it. And that is all I have for you today, guys. I am so glad we get to live our dreams together every single day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.